Hello, Energy Expansion Pod Squad. We are going to flip the script. And that's a funny thing to say because most of the time we don't use a script. But what I mean by that is we're going to be doing things a little bit differently this week. So I am 99% sure that I am participating in something that I created called 39 to 39. This is very unique to me. Fun fact, actually, the moment I love this. I love this. Of course, this works out like this, and I'm just now realizing it. On the day, we drop new podcast episodes every Wednesday. That'll be tomorrow. I'm recording this intro for you on Tuesday night. We'll be 39 days until my 39th birthday. So that's where this 39 to 39 comes into play. And this was inspired in a lot of different ways for a lot of different reasons. And there are a couple of conversations. There are a few topics, teachings, things that I'm really lit up and passionate about. And I started the day yesterday. It was Monday morning. I have a deep love and affinity for a Monday, for a fresh start, for a new beginning. And so at the very start of the day, I followed the intuitive nudge to go live on my Instagram. And it sparked a really important and powerful conversation. And so that is what I'm going to be sharing with you on the podcast. So you're not only going to be getting access to that, but then after that, I was on camera a lot yesterday, talking a lot yesterday. Within an hour of wrapping up the live that I did on my public social media platform, I then went into our Energy Expansion Academy. You probably know at this point what that's all about. Every single week, there's a fun little jingle, and I explain that we have the self-paced version of Energy Expansion Academy. If you have not grabbed yourself a seat inside of that, my love, what are you waiting for? But just a step above the self-paced experience is we have an actual group coaching program with 15 amazing humans, and we meet live on Zoom 3 times a month. And I go live every single Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the women inside of there. And so I was feeling really inspired by the conversation I had started earlier in the day. And so you're also going to be getting a little snippet of the conversation that I had in our private Energy Expansion Academy community. I edited out certain things that maybe don't apply to maintain the confidentiality of the women who are there inside of that group. But again, what you're going to hear in the next couple of minutes is how lit up I am about this. And so I know that a few of you, there's actually more than a handful of you who listen to the podcast regularly, who I know are not active on social media. And if you are active and you had a chance to hear bits and pieces of this conversation, you're going to love this and the private after hours component of it, where I go even deeper with my private coaching clients. So I want to say, I hope that you love this as much as I loved starting these conversations. This won't be the last that you hear of this. And also, a little bit of my perfectionist was cringing and freaking out a bit because the audio quality, you're going to hear it. It's good. You're going to be like, Dani, it's not that big of a deal. It's just not my favorite audio quality because it wasn't recorded with my fancy pants mic directly into my podcast system. They were both recorded on the go from my phone. And right at the 10-minute mark, you'll hear sort of an abrupt change from the public conversation that we initially had into the Energy Expansion Academy one. So without further ado, enjoy. Welcome at the time of this live recording to the last week of February 2026. That is wild. And I was wanting to go live with you today to expand on something that I shared on stories last night. And last night, just before bed, I posted a quick selfie of me in literally my pajamas, no make, getting ready to turn the lights out. And in the little caption, like the written part of stories that's optional to use, so you have context as to like, what is this post all about? I shared these 4 words. this saying, this phrase, I don't know that it's biblical per se, but it definitely has spiritual context. And the 4 words are, your face carries favor. What does that mean? What does it mean to carry favor? It is goodness. It is opportunity. It's connection. It's love. It's trust. And I heard that saying, I heard those 4 words, honestly, probably 5 or 6 years ago. And I really loved that because if I'm being completely honest, and if I could come in, I wanted to share it with you in the way that I originally received it. But if I could make any little adjustment to that, I would say that your face and your voice, the sound of your voice, the unique vibration of your voice that is unlike any other vibration that currently exists, that has ever existed, that will ever exist, your face and your voice carry favor. There is a unique, energetic, spiritual imprint of you that is the greatest gift that you could ever give the world. And what I found is, as life has gotten busier, as my business has grown, and I haven't needed to rely on like traditional marketing things as much, so much of my business now is repeat clients coming back, getting amazing results, renewing. It's me, being out in the world in real life, meeting people, having connections, and then they're ready for coaching. It's a lot of word of mouth. And so in that way, I am sharing my face and my voice. But what I've found is over the last couple of years, I have not been nearly, and you might disagree. You might be like, Dani, I feel like you're always online, or I feel like we get so much of you. And I hope that's the case. And I love that. But there has definitely been in the online space for me, and I'm curious if you can connect to this, there has definitely been this like pulling away my energy for, honestly, lots of different reasons. Some of those reasons are intentional. Some of them are unconscious. Some of them are rooted in love and alignment. And some of them are rooted in fear, if I'm being completely honest. And I've been doing this morning practice. I'm always switching up and refining not just my morning rituals and routines, but like the way that I move through the day intentionally, the practices that I weave in, not just in the morning, but all day long. And I am dialed into a new set of morning practices that I absolutely love. Last week's podcast episode, if you didn't know, we have a podcast. It's called the Energy Expansion Podcast. When I say we, I mean you and me. We have a podcast. Last week's episode was all about this current season's version of like morning routines and rituals. And so you can go check that out. But I am following something known as the Artist's Way. And it's a book, it's a set of teachings by Julia Cameron. It's been around for well over 30 years. It's very simple. It's very powerful. And one of the things that you do every day is something known as morning pages, which is just stream of consciousness. There's no journal prompt. It is just, you're literally getting out anything that's in your head, anything that's in your heart, and you're writing pen to paper without ceasing, nonstop. It has been so powerful, so expansive. I think I need to record an entire podcast episode just about what's coming through with morning pages. Today will be day number 8. The reason I'm sharing this with you is one of the things that keeps coming through is this message around your face carries favor, your voice carries favor. There are things about you that cannot be duplicated, replicated, or replaced. And I'm like seeing visions of me sharing more in this way with you, where I go through like ebbs and flows and seasons like this. And so that's what's prompted me to share this with you today. One of the things that I put in the stories caption last night, I'm not here to knock or bash AI, artificial intelligence. In fact, I feel like AI is now woven into the fabric of our existence, right? If you go to Google something, the very first thing that comes up, I mean, literally everything I've Googled in the last, probably, I was gonna say several months, like probably over a year, if I haven't paid that close of attention, the very first thing you get is an AI overview, right? There are a lot of systems that I use inside of my business I use like a transcription service within inside of Zoom, within inside of Kajabi. There are now AI things woven inside, right? I'm grateful for those tools. I'm grateful that they help me work smarter, not harder. But the thing that I'm noticing more than ever is a lot of people in my industry, at least. All right, love, real quick pause because I have to tell you about something that is truly life changing. If you've been in my world for any amount of time, then there is a 99.9% chance that you have heard me talk about Energy Expansion Academy, which is my signature group coaching program where I teach the exact tools, rituals, mindset shifts that helped me create a life that goes beyond my wildest dreams and has transformed the lives of hundreds of women that I've had the honor of serving. And for the first time ever, it is now available as a self-paced experience. That means you get to move through this powerful transformation on your own terms and your own timing and in full alignment with your life. This is for the woman who's ready to shift her energy, elevate her mindset, and finally become the most confident, fulfilled, and successful version of herself. Without the hustle, without the overwhelm, and without the second guessing. If you've been feeling the nudge to join us inside of EEA, then this, my love, is your sign. You'll find the link in the show notes or just DM me EEA on Instagram and I'll personally send it your way. Now, let's get back to the episode that you came for. If you and I are in different industries, you can let me know how you feel about this in yours. It feels like a lot of people are outsourcing, trying to outsource their voice, their essence, asking ChatGPT to capture who they are and then putting in some prompts, copy and pasting, and then throwing that thing on social media as if it is them sharing their life's work. And if you do this, I am not bashing you, but what I know is in the heart of my heart, that is not for me. And what I'm finding more than ever, which is it's this contrast and it's illuminating and it's a little uncomfortable, but it's real and it's my truth. As I scroll through social media, it's like the energetic essence in me, the soul that I am, can spot what is AI generated. And I feel, not only do I not feel a resonance, like a like, oh yes, I connect to that, I like that. I feel a repulsion. I feel my energy system like wanting to push it away, wanting to get away, right? And so I think that there are places where AI is really incredible and really helpful, but we have to remember AI is artificial intelligence. Artificial means fake. If I'm just being real, right? Fake, not real, not based in reality. And if I am going to learn from someone, if I am going to consume or receive something, I want it to be real. I need to feel the life force behind it. AI is life. There's no life inside of that, right? And so this isn't like anti this or pro that. It's just how I have been feeling in the online space, what I'm noticing from colleagues and people in my industry, and how it's having me feel really passionate about my role in the industry within my life's work and how I am feeling divinely called to show up and also not show up. Like the contrast is becoming so stark and so polarizing, and it's not good or bad. It's just, again, really illuminating and it's clarifying. It's freeing. And that's what it's been for me. And I hope that's what it's been for you. And so we'll round this out. But that's where this inspired thought of your face carries favor. Your voice, the vibration of your voice is the greatest gift. And not just the vibration of your voice, because you could have ChatGPT give you a script and then you read that out loud, but like the thoughts and the energy behind it. I want authentic. I want real. I want typos. I want to hear you stutter and use filler words like an ah and like and whatever your filler words are, because that's human. I want to connect human to human, heart to heart, not to something artificial. And so you're going to be seeing a lot more of me in this way. Last night, I shared that I'd be sharing my face. I put on stories that I'm going to be sharing my face, my real face, unfiltered. Might have some makeup on, like Mama got ready today. Last night, I did not have any makeup on. And so you're going to see my face and you're going to hear my voice and you're going to get awkward pauses and you're going to look at me and watch me as I think about the next thing that wants to come through. Why? Because that is real. That is real. This is my heart. This is my essence. This is unscripted. This is the good old days. I miss this. And I'm sharing this with you, one, because I hope it makes a massive difference, but two, the invitation is for you to join me. I want to see a lot more of all of your faces. I want to hear your voices. I want to see you be you in real time, because I really truly believe that that is the greatest gift that we could give the world. So thank you for being a part of my little pocket of the world here. I will see you again very, very soon. We're going to keep today relatively simple and brief. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel activated, awakened in the best possible way. I'm going to share all of this like really yummy, powerful energy with you. Receive, 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 receive. I'm really excited. There's like multiple layers of this conversation that we're going to dive into together today. And then also, I just a little while earlier went live on Instagram. And the thing that I went live about earlier was something I posted on my stories last night. This saying, 4 simple words: your face carries favor. Your face and your face and your face and her face and my face. Our face and our voice have always been so powerful and so valuable and such a power point of connection and love and trust, all of those things. But now, so more than ever, with the rise of AI, right? And I'm not going to repeat everything I said, because if you choose to receive that conversation, it's a 12-minute live. You can go check it out right now on my Instagram or my Facebook. I'm not here to bash AI. You guys, like literally right now, I have Otter running, transcribing this. You guys know that AI is woven into the fabric of our lives in many ways. And I think that it is a beautiful tool to help us work smarter, not harder, to assist us in certain things. But I do believe, I will like die on this hill, that there's this really fine line between using AI to help us work smarter, not harder. The other side of that is outsourcing our power, outsourcing our essence. You can't outsource your essence, your unique vibration. I should say you can't outsource your power, but you can give it away. And so more than ever, this is exciting, you guys. This is an exciting conversation, because your face and your voice has always mattered, but I feel like it matters more right now than it ever has before. And that is only going to continue to be more and more true. That the thing that sets you apart, the thing that has you stand out, is you being you being all of you in the purest, most unapologetic, fully expressed way that you possibly can. So please do that. For the love of everything, do that. And so the invitation today is, as we are rounding out this last week of February, I really want to strongly consider, or have you consider, is there a way that you are feeling called to share your face and your voice? This can be online. This can be in real life. This can be whatever that might look like for you. And if you're anything like me, you might have spent the last few weeks and months getting these intuitive nudges and whispers about what that could look like for you, where you're being called to do that. Authenticity. Authenticity has always been the secret sauce, and the secret sauce carries more weight right now than it ever has before. These things they've always been important. They've always mattered, but they matter more than in a world of all things artificial. I have no desire to have anything artificial unless it's my coffee. The only thing that's artificial about my coffee is that it's called coffee. It's actually just herbs from the earth. It is the realest, most healing, nourishing morning beverage I could ever have. But I digress. So, as we're rounding out February, getting ready to go into March, I want to strongly consider that you sit with that question, this invitation of what would it look like for me to show up as my truest self? Where can I share my voice? Where can I share my face? Where can I share my authentic expression a little bit more? Because that is the greatest gift, hands down, that you could give the world, that you could give yourself. So that's what I wanted to share with you. The other thing is March 1st is on Sunday. Yep. If this may or may not be your jam, but I might not do this for March because I'm already engaged in the Artist's Way. I'm on day 8 of the Artist's Way. I'm on day 12 of the Vitality Revival Challenge. I'm going to be doing something called 39 to 39. I'll share that with you in just a second. You might want to do your own version of that. And so I often, again, I'm not going to do it this time because I'm already doing these like daily habits and routines, but if you are not engaged in a certain habit or routine and you're like, you know what, I want to dedicate the month of March to this particular thing. And March, I love alliterations. And some of my favorite words start with the letter M. We've got magic, we've got miracles, we've got money, we've got momentum. And then there's so many more, but like those are some of my favorite words. Money, magic, momentum, and miracles, if I didn't already say that one. And so you might look at what do I want March to be all about and spend this week formulating a plan of what you want to do and how you want to show up in a way that's going to make a difference for you within your personal life, your professional life, both, all of the above. Again, I'm already engaged in certain things where March is just going to be continuing with the momentum that I've already built. I'm not starting anything new in March per se. And so you might want to dedicate March to sharing your face and your voice more. There also might be something else that spirit, your own intuition, your highest self is calling you to engage in and dive into, right? So I'll let you choose whatever that is for you. One thing though, my 39 to 39. So if you didn't know, I think I might have mentioned this on one of our last calls. Easter and my birthday on the same day this year, which I'm very excited about. And that has only, I'll be 39. That's where this 39 to 39 comes in. I'm going to be 39 this year. And so I'm feeling called to do 39 to 39, where I go live every day. I can't decide if I'm just going to do Monday through Friday. That's normally what I do when I go live every day. But 39 live videos up until my 39th birthday. I didn't necessarily count today, like when I was talking about the topic, when I went live on social media on my public pages earlier, but I can, if I want to, I can say that was number one. So we'll figure that out. So when I said there was one thing that I was going to engage in, but that would require me, I think I'd actually have to start that this week. That would end up needing to start on like Wednesday or Thursday if I'm really going to go live for 39 consecutive days all the way up to my 39th birthday. So this is just me bringing you into my mind, bringing you into the things that I'm excited about, the things that I think about. And I'm really curious for you, is there any way, coming back to the main part of our conversation, is there any particular way that you are feeling called to show up, to share your voice, to share your unique essence, your flavor of expression, your face, knowing that your face, your essence, your voice carries favor. Favor is all of the good and wonderful things. Favor is opportunity. Favor is goodness, is miracles, is all things good and wonderful. So share so that we can, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. I cannot make this up. I just pulled a card for us. The card, can you read that? Embody authenticity. What? Are you kidding me? And underneath is be true to yourself. This is so good. This is magic unfolding right now. So let's dive into this message together. Before we sign off, I'm going to share this message with you. Embody authenticity. Here's what it says. Pulling this card is a reminder that there is a deep power in living authentically, in honoring your inner voice, even when it contradicts outside expectations. Authenticity invites us to step away from the need for validation, to live in a way that reflects our true values, desires, and emotions. When you shed the masks that you've worn to fit in, You unlock a life of freedom, of ease, and alignment. Remember your uniqueness, your essence of who you are is a gift. It's a gift. The more you embrace your authentic self, the more you inspire others to do the same. That is what this whole conversation has been about today. By living in alignment with who you truly are, you build deeper connections and live a more fulfilling life. The people and experiences meant for you will find you when you show up as yourself. If you want to find what is meant for you, you have to be you in your truest, most authentic form. The pathway to authenticity is not always easy, but it is always, always rewarding. The world needs the real you, not a version crafted to meet others' standards. So good. There's a beautiful mantra with this. It says, I am worthy of living in alignment with my truth. I choose to honor my authentic self in all that I do. I love you all so much. This is from the Illuminate deck by my friend Mackenzie, and I hope to see you later. Feel free to let us know in the comments section what is on your heart today. How are you feeling called to show up, to share your face, your voice, your essence, your truth, your message, whatever that might be? I want to support you in doing that. And I would be so honored to have you come on this journey with me of sharing your face and your voice every day. I'll see you soon. All right, Energy Expansion Pod Squad, that is officially a wrap on today's episode. I hope that you love the ins and outs of this really powerful conversation as much as I enjoyed getting to share it with you. And I'm pretty sure you know the drill by now. I love getting to hear from you, your thoughts, your insights, your ahas, your takeaways. Even if you have questions, definitely, if you have questions, I would love to take this deeper and even create follow-up episodes based on this conversation and honestly, any conversation that we've ever had and have in the future. So hop out of wherever you like to listen to your podcasts, go find me on Facebook or Instagram. Let me know how this landed for you. And also let me know, what are you up to right now? How has your 2026 been so far? And is there anything that you're needing or craving support around? Because if so, I would love to come alongside you wherever you are in your journey. I often say to my clients, you've got this and I've got you. And that's true for you too. Love you tons, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one.